But I mean, as a display case, this thing looks... No! Let's talk about it. I'm the Dumbo whose door is always open. Gandalf without the gray and the white because I'm all black. Joy LaForge captaining this enterprise and the Swag King with an official crown. Shout out to Sunday Swagger. I am Left Eye E.G.O, y'all. All right, so I got to take y'all back maybe to about 1990, 95. All right, I got to take y'all back. 1993, right? First Lego set I ever got. Can't even remember what it was. I think it was like a police officer with a motorcycle. You know, hey, nothing too fancy, 10, 15 pieces max, right? Started playing with more and more Legos until they got up to 100 pieces. I'm not going to lie. I didn't say this out loud. 10-year-old me said, fuck them Legos. Where the Lincoln Logs at? And these action figures, because this is too hard, all right? So I have been sleeping on Lego for a good, not going to lie, 2.5 decades at this point. And I was so surprised that these new Legos are not your mama or your daddy's Legos. Hell, they're not even my Legos from days of old. They have officially come out with all these extra licensed products, and I found an epic unboxing that I wanted to share with you guys. Check this out. So, in honor of the Wolverine Deadpool movie and also X-Men 97, Wolverine came up with a little collaboration with Lego and brings us, look at this, an unboxing of Wolverine's adamantium claws. This is so awesome. Not gonna lie, I was beside myself when my wife and I went into the Lego store and found this. I bought it, and here's the funny thing. I did this on Father's Day, right? So me and Shiro are actually going up to buy ours. She actually bought a tulip set. I'll try to show you guys that later on. And the clerk is like, hey, who's the lucky father? I'm like, I mean, I'm buying it for future me because I want to be a father. So I'm paying it forward now so I don't have to do it later. So he bought it. It worked out. Everything was great. So I'm going to tell you guys what it was like actually building this thing. And, you know, I'm actually going to be E.G.O statistics for a Lego build. We're going to be doing this based off of presentation, buildability, articulation, and a secret add-on I found as well. So let's get into it. So first things first, presentation of this, right? Looks fantastic. It's smooth. Now, I ripped out the back of this so that I could actually get to all the pieces, but it's just got smooth contour of a boxing on here to let you know what it is on here. Now, the only thing that was actually daunting to me was the fact that this thing said 596 pieces. Not going to lie. Very daunting, but I was determined to actually build this thing straight through, all right? I realized that an hour it's going to take a few sessions to do this. It wasn't going to be a straight through build. Shiro did her tulip build in like an hour and a half and just left me in the dust and just watched me have to build. All right, I'll talk about buildability part of it later. But in terms of presentation, it's actually very smooth and it's really nicely done. But I think it's actually what's on the inside that counts with these things, right? Excuse me. So it actually shows you how everything is built to scale and what it should look like when it's finished, right? Once you open up this back here, all your pieces are going to be in this box. Now, I thought this was going to be like the traditional old school Legos. Open it up, all 600 pieces fall out, and now you're combing through these small little bricks to try to put them into like sections to figure it out. That's not actually what Lego did. In terms of the presentation for this, it was built into 4 parts, and they said, hey, bag 1 contains 85 pieces. It's going to be 5 of the, I guess I called them bump bricks. So I was naming stuff. It's like, hey, you're going to have 3 of these that have bump bricks on them, 4 squares, and like 2 circles, right? And it would actually have the instructions with it as well that I got around here. Yeah, and it came with this neat little manual. Now, total was like 100 pages on here, I believe. Yeah, 116 pages on here. But it gave me step-by-step instructions, which were phenomenal. So I'm a big presentation guy, so I'm actually going to give this one 5 E.G.O. So now, buildability, right? It was kind of daunting for me a little bit, even though I'd have the pieces out. I actually felt like I was that old restoring guy from Toy Story 2 that had to restore Woody.
So how long is this going to take?
You can't rush art.
I had to have one of my spotlights sitting in our kitchen to light up because these dark bricks were very hard to find, especially with the shape of them, especially with the smooth ones. I couldn't tell which one were smooth or had bumps, right? But over time, it started to come together nicely. I think once I got like the bottom wrist part set up and I kept building up, it actually wound up being a lot easier. And I've a few videos that I will show you guys with that of what it looks like for that. Buildability was actually, I was highly encouraged. I will give it a 4 for me, just because there was a particular section on the hands where it almost started to fall off and it freaked me out. I almost rage quit, but Shira was there and she said, hey, do not quit. Keep going. It'll be okay. All right. Now, articulation. I can't talk articulation without showing you the finished product on this. And hold on 1 second, y'all. Look at this. This is the fully done masterpiece of adamantium claws that are Wolverines. And you can see this. It's actually almost looks like pretty much almost like a gauntlet. You've got the adamantium claws that come out here. And this is the actual cool thing for me is the fact that you can actually kind of articulate the fingers on this. And this is actually one of the problems that I had was the fact that if you do this too much, that'll happen. I guess it's the 4 hands on these kind of hang a little bit loose. And if you actually move them too much or all at once, they tend to fall off. But otherwise, at least they're fully articulated. If you hold down the piece and bring it down, you can actually make the fist on here as well. Another reason why you want to make sure that once this thing is set, you put it somewhere where it doesn't have to move too much. I think because the fingers on here will actually pull down on the attachment piece and actually winds up falling down. But I mean, as a display case, this thing looks no. So articulation is actually pretty good. I mean, honestly, it's a 5 for me because I wasn't expecting to actually do anything, much less have the hands open. There's actually one other thing that I found, which is an extra articulation. Check this out. Yo, I didn't even know they had these for them. They're extra add-ons that actually light up the pieces. So if you've got, I don't know, the Infinity Gauntlet from Endgame that's Tony Stark's, you can lamp the Infinity Stones. Same thing with Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet. So they have so many add-ons for these. It's really great. I mean, honestly, it's one thing to have something on display, kind of like the action figures that I've got back here. But the fact that I can get it to light up and actually kind of be a piece that kind of steals the spotlight is even more awesome to me overall. So, I mean, the add-ons that come with these, that's going to be a 5 for me. I'm all about presentation and having something stand out. So LEGO is kind of at it. I owe LEGO an apology. Guys, you got to see the new stuff that they have out there. It is awesome. They've got gauntlets. They've got, I think they've got, they have Star-Lord's masks. They have Spider-Man's mask. They have so many new and incredible pieces out there that even if you're out of the LEGO game for a few years or 3, almost 2.5 decades like I am, there's so much out there that makes you want to get in there. So guys, what do you think? Let me know your thoughts on these type of builds if you want to see more of them. If you have any ideas for the next thing I should build, or if you are on your LEGO journey, what's on your wish list? What are you getting? Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me. And this is E.G.O, and I'm out.